I completely forgot to set up the music beforehand. And now, I mute the microphone so nobody knows I was already here. And welcome! Hello, hello. Why is the microphone? Hello? Is that mic? Is it missing a filter? Hold on. Filters, edit filters. Okay. Hold on, I gotta take a look at this. We're gonna go to the Polytopia scene so y'all can see we're at least ready, but for some reason my microphone is going... So I'm gonna do the forbidden technique of boosting my stuff, my channel stuff, artificially. Alright, well, I don't know what it is. I don't hear anything. So let me know if, shows the cat. Cat is stuck outside. So that way I don't die. There's your cat. Alrighty. So we didn't do it last week, because last week I was, proposing to my now fiancé. Woohoo. This week, oh my goodness, the score on this one. Let's see. It's a really big score. Ranging from 30 to 40. In other words, there's probably a lot of land. It's gonna be one of these games. I see. Yes, I see. This one starts off simple. We explore. Get a lighthouse. Oh, that is really good. As long as I can get another player. That's another level. Ain't gonna lie, that was really bad. Resources. But I'm gonna put my little game to farm. All right, Anton. Hey, it's been so excited to see you do this one. I've been so excited to see you do this. Yeah, so this one is. Do we actually have all 16? No, we're missing 2 tribes. But the real trick is you want to meet as many people as quickly as possible. If only I had met one more person. I don't care really about Polaris, so we're just gonna meet the other players. There we go. Get to meet a whole bunch of players. I say, we don't have to worry about Polaris. Immediately gets cut by Polaris. My goodness. Completely frozen. I would like for that to die. Rip, right? Well, we're fine. We can make our way over and pick up diplomacy. Apparently, Symanthy tends to steamroll everyone if you get unlucky. Very possible to just lose this one. Yeah, I caught a glimpse of that, but I always try to stay as spoiler-free. But this is a really bad situation for me. I've got essentially two options. Attempt to rush a giant, or try to rush diplomacy. Those are pretty much our two options. It's going to cost 18 just to pick up diplomacy. Fortunately, I don't think it's a crazy bot. I think they are still crazy bots. I could be wrong, but maybe it's Symanthy's the one that's a crazy bot. Or do we try to maximize our level as much as possible? That would be construction. Goes here, level up. Ain't gonna lie, my gut's telling me I need to just be trying to go with diplomacy. I recommend rushing diplomacy. Usually this is, in this kind of game, you rush diplomacy. So the general consensus for games like this, if you have so many players that everybody is cram-packed into a grid like this, you typically want to rush diplomacy. That's 18 of our stars, that's all I'm doing, and then I'm holding my breath for the rest of this. What I probably needed to have done is moved my warrior towards Polaris in this one, apparently. I'm gonna try the diplomacy route. Alright, and then we're holding our breath that this is the right choice. Aquarion! Pleasure to meet you. Alright, Kiku's decided they want to fight us for no apparent reason. Yep, apparently their Mooney always freezes your warrior on turn 0. Yep. Apparently. None of these bots are really taking extra damage is the unfortunate part. So I might actually just be dead here. Diplomacy is the wrong route. Because, well, I think Quetzali goes first. Alright, stop freezing me. And is there anybody I could potentially peace out with? Establish embassy with barter. Because with this, we'll be able to form an alliance with them. Yep. Perfect. Your borders are very close, but it's easy to form an alliance with tribes if they're not on crazy. So, and I didn't attack them. Peace treaty rejected? I have rejected your proposal. We are going to go this way. So, offer peace with barter again, because that's just crazy. Illyrion doesn't know about us yet. We're just gonna make this trade. Do I just grab a defender here just so I don't... I think we need a... Nah, we go grab a warrior. We're fine. Because this battle sled won't be able to do a nothing. But I would like to make a safe investment, so we're going to go ahead and establish an embassy with Aquarion. We're going to go ahead and attempt to meet them, but peace is not going to happen here. In fact, we're going to go ahead and establish peace with all of these other players. So that way, they all at least know about us. Now, Quetzali, they think we're weak. It's because we have less stars of units than they do. Oh, thank goodness, Quetzali. That was a beautiful move for me. Alright, but yeah, so they're all going to reject it. Why is Barter rejecting it? I actually don't see a reason why Barter should be... I don't see a reason why Barter should be rejecting our peace. Oh, it's because they think we're weak every single time. It looks like Imo's doing fine. But who doesn't think we're weak? Everybody thinks we're weak. Yeah. Well, that's uncool. Well, we can get more vision if we establish an embassy with Imo. Pass the turn. Alright, we're going to go ahead, bop-a-da-bop, and secure this kill. Get ourselves a veteran. And Quetzali's really helping us out a lot. Demetrio, how's it going? I got 14,000 points in Gold League. Yeah, this one seems to be a tough one. All the things you do to get a high score. I would like to establish an embassy with Quetzali. Alright. Threatening. Offer peace. We're just going to be offering peace pretty much every single turn to everybody that we can. I would love to make a cloak here, but that will get our unit killed, so that's a no-go. I got 33k on gold, but I went fishing pre-explorer. Nice. Yeah, this one seems to be a lot of different ways you could possibly get a drastic improvement of things. Illyrion. We're going to attempt to make peace with you, even though there's no way you're going to think we're strong. I think that's everybody. Peace was never an option. "14 turns left. All times Lyrian got destroyed by Aquarion, so it's better not to put an embassy." Yeah, it looks like that's the case. It does indeed look like that is the case. I'm gonna go ahead and secure this kill. And I can get a cloak here. Alright, now everybody should think I'm strong. Oh, he's got a cloak. Oh, hey, did I tell you we were best of buds by any chance? Yeah, you know, you were always my favorite tribe to be a friend with. The issue is our vision is just completely cut off for half of the map. There's nobody else I'm going to establish an embassy with, so... Or at least not at this current point of time. Yeah, we passed this turn. Hey, we finally made a friend. Yeah, I don't think I'm doing well this run. Barter. Foolish.
You are fool. You are friends with our enemies, and we hate you for it.
Okay. So who do I want to hit? I think I just want to hit Kiku first. That way I can focus all of my efforts outwards. So you're just going to go here. How are we gonna do this? Hunting, let's get this leveled up. Hunt, farm. Population growth. And we're actually really far behind. I need to be getting a giant here, which is unfortunate. But we're gonna go ahead and clear this forest. Lumber hot. And harvest fruit. I tried boosted cloaks with Simanti this week. It is mental how broken it is. Shouldn't be allowed. Have you done bubbled cloaks? Scubas. So it's better not to put an embassy. Hey, but I'm still getting my money's worth with them, because they're still alive, so I would be getting 6 stars right now. Oh, that is my ally. Yadak has been defeated by Simanti. Fishing. And take that. Better than nothing. We're gonna go here. Where's Kite Sensor? I've tried, I actually do, but Defender's a little useful, so it's a little bit less streamlined. Right? Well, I still find Defenders are great for pushing your water presence, which is still pretty important for Aquarion. Yeah, no, this run's not going super well for us. But if I can get away with spam cloaks, maybe. I mean, I could take construction here. I can train ourselves a warrior. Windmill. Parker Fortune. I think we just get ourselves another super unit so we can try to make up the biggest push we possibly can. That's my main goal. Jellies are accessible in most normal Aquarion games, though, and one jelly controls a huge area, right? Hey, Quetzali! Giving me that embassy. Yep. So we do lose the embassy with Illyrion, but it does accomplish the goal we were wanting it to do. Go ahead and find this lighthouse. Bop. 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 There we go. Much better. The Killer Monument is complete. Roads. Alrighty. And then... Barter. You had more than enough time to become our friend. So... At this point, it's all on you. Archery. Archer. Is this enough? It is enough. It is indeed enough. We pass this turn. At this point, I'm just trying to conquer the map as much as I possibly can. Oh, Cymanti. Oh, goodness. Cymanti's beginning their steamroll. I think we're going to be trying to fight Cymanti as much as possible here. Let's rush you forward. Rush you here. We're going to go ahead and pick up Wisdom. Road. No. Fruit. With... population growth. Just so that way I, get a fast level. Aquarion, my goodness. About to kill another player. So if I take population growth, we can level this city up, and at this point, we would probably be looking to just get a park, get more economy. If I take border growth, that gets me more points in the long run. But I think I need the points in the now. So, I'm going to go and connect here. And harvest fruit. I don't think a giant's the answer here. Grab a park. Means we're not training a unit this turn. Embassy destroyed by Polaris. There goes the embassies. I don't think, part of me wants to just rush to Chivalry here. Chivalry will allow us to fight a lot of these other things, but typically whenever I'm seeing a lot of Dumux, I want to get Swordsman. But Chivalry will allow me to, like, convert this to a bridge, which is what I really need in order to try to fight this city. So, I think we just pick up Chivalry first. You have destroyed Barter. Fruit. Not gonna lie. This one I'm gonna need a jump. What the heck is this? Ain't gonna lie, this is, kind of crazy. I want to be spamming out units every single turn. So this is, for me, this is more important. This warrior's gonna go here. But I think I would just leave that ice there. I will, however, because we're not getting markets anytime soon. I just think markets are too slow. Gate of Power. Let's get ourselves a park. Get more stars a turn. And we pass this turn. And that is the end of Polaris. That massive poison is very annoying. I'm gonna road over to here. Average bot Dumux spam, right? I mean, isn't that your average Simanti experience regardless? Is just Dumux spam? Population growth. Fruit. Lumber halts. Park. Hi, what's up, Kester? How's it going? You know, I moved this way, but Aquarion's our ally. Do I just Mindbender here? Just so that way I can plant a Mindbender here, heal people up, and then proceed to move forward? No, it's just everybody else who's just wrong. And then we place a warrior there. Recover. I think that'll do it. I think Dumux should be given a retreat ability whenever in Hexapod should have sneak taken away. Also give the Shaman 0 defense like a catapult. Will Cymancy be balanced? Nah, Cymancy needs all of their units to be a lot stronger. Essentially, Cymancy units are just not strong enough in the first place. I hope you guys also realize I'm trolling, right? Alrighty, so mining, smithery, and I'm just going to use my anti-Cymancy tactics that I am most commonly known for. We're just going to be putting these units where I need them. Here and here. Yeah, bad turn on my part. Spam warriors, I'm pretty sure it's anti-Cymancy tactic for if real. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alrighty. Aquarion, we're gonna break the peace. And I can't break the peace with Quetzali. I've got units in their borders. One's a giant. Road, you forward. You can go here. Secure this siege. Sorry, Aquarion. In order for me to progress to my win victory conditions, I need to take your city close, rider spam. Nah, riders are too slow is the issue. Knight spam, definitely. Yeah. Pretty much. We're gonna go and just take this. I forgot to break peace with Quetzali. Yep, sounds about right. One chain. Two chain. Three chain. Four chain. We're going to destroy this building and put in a bridge. Fix our one pop. Hey Toby, have you ever got burnt out? Oh, there's plenty of times when I've gotten burned out. That's why I also try to just do other things other than Polytopia. Because last thing you want is to get burnt out of something that you love and enjoy. Right? Because if it's one of your passions, why would you want to put yourself in a position where the moment that you hear someone utter the words Polytopia, you go, never again. No. You don't want, nobody wants that. And it doesn't have to be Polytopia, just other things. So it is actually healthy for you not to obsess over one thing. We gotta pick up math. Cat. Cat. Archer and... Do I just train a rider here? Rider or archer? Which one's gonna be more important? I think... we have enough archers. We're gonna train a rider here. I need to break peace with Quetzali. Quetzali, you're an excellent bro, but I gotta try to conquer the entire map. That, you're gonna give me a lot of points. Yep. So there goes those embassies. I am aware. Oh, he's only got one kill is the issue. That is indeed an issue. Hey, Imperius is still alive! If I body block here, we could successfully siege this city. Which is what I'm going to go ahead and do. Alright, we need a Schwarzman. I can't take Aquarion City. Do I have any monuments? I really don't. All these cities are locked up because of these catapults, which is really unfortunate. Look at all these fires. So many fires. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I'm going to go ahead, place a sawmill here. Get trade. Clear. Market. Barely, but it will pay for itself. Lumber hots. I need to save it for a temple. I need you to recover. And pass this turn. You just got a higher score. Congratulations! Sorry, Quetzali. Road. The network monument is complete. Fruit. Resources. Road. I'm taking this. Fruit. Park. We're gonna go ahead and place a mine here. Not the ideal place for life advice, but... right? It's fine. I am pretty I also don't have energy to play games since it's what I've been doing every day for your friends. What do I do now? So, there does come a moment where you find out that you, one reason or another, don't have the time or energy to be playing games, and that's okay. Unfortunately, we got to do this weird thing called being a responsible adult, and at some point you just have to set your priorities. What is going to be the most important thing for you? Night. I'm just going to be trying to capture these cities at this point. We're going to disband this warrior. I wish I had all the answers, but you have to find your balance. We're going to go ahead and harvest this fruit. I'd rather this city not be sieged, so we're going to place a Grand Bazaar here. Population growth. And get ourselves a giant. That is really good for us. Two turns left. Alright, one chain, two chain. Go and secure this kill. Clear this forest. Place a forge. Go ahead and capture this here. Capture this here. You have destroyed Aquarion. But this catapult is in proper prime position to be dealing with my enemies. Allowing us to get a free siege! Ha 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 ha! Okay. What's next? You go here. Schwarzman. Road. Goodness. Something got messed up here. We're gonna fix our economy just a wee little bit. Clear forest. Place a forge. We don't need a giant here. We could place a park. Do I go ahead and just, get another giant? So if I get a giant... No. We're gonna get one more knight. And another archer. Hopefully this is enough. We're gonna try. Imperius is making a comeback. One turn left. Alright, I need this swordsman to secure this kill all the way out over here. Or, better yet, you can kill there, you can kill there, you can kill here. Maybe your social battery is low? Maybe. Give us a Polytopia fact. What is going to be an interesting Polytopia fact? Oof, that's actually a really tough question to ask. What would be an interesting Polytopia fact? Go and secure this kill. Get us a social battery charger at Friend Mart. Alrighty, well, we did manage to deal with this Imanti threat. But yeah, at this current point of time, we're not going to be able to take care of Imperius. So what are we going to do to finish this up? Spiritualism! We're just going to level up as much as we can. In fact, I did it wrong. We're going to place a temple. Clear. Clear. Lumber hots. Lumber hots. Yeah, not one of my best runs. This one was a little tough one. We'll go ahead and pass. We'll pass this turn. Oops. Yep, so at this point, the game is... it's over. I can place a lumber hots here. Farm. Park. Let's go ahead and make these connections. I'm not gonna mass research a whole bunch of stuff. Lumber hots. Park. Lumber hots. Sawmill. Another park. Fruit. Resources. Or attach solar panels and go outside. Happy blessed Sunday. How's it going, Shalone? Glad to see you back streaming. Right. Ooh. Hunt. Fruit. And hunt again. Park. So at this point, we're just investing our resources to increase our score as much as we possibly can. Population growth. Hunt. Lumber hots. Park. Yeah. Still not going to be just mass spamming units yet. We're going to go ahead and place a forge here. Get ourselves another park. Not too much else I can do. I can chop everything I don't need, so we could just chop here. Just chop all these here. Clear. Lumber hots. Lumber hots. Sawmill. Border growth. Fish. Fruit. Lumber hots. Lumber hots. Lumber hots. I think we're barely not going to hit 19k. That's a shame. I mean, I can improve it like a tiny bit more by just training an archer here. So, not a terrible run, but not nearly what needed to be accomplished for a high score. Our newborn is a month old already. Time is flying. It is crazy how fast stuff like that goes on. Can you play with me after this? We'll go ahead and see about it. I'm ranked 973. Not my best ranking. I barely got 9k on this challenge. Yeah, I try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. When it comes to the challenges, but of course, everybody, I do view the Reddit, and a lot of people on the Reddit were like, I actually legitimately died on this channel. I was like, oh, this one's going to be a tricky one. It was tricky. We had a way too slow of a start. I don't know if diplomacy is the right way to go. Maybe it is. I'm curious on what who did the best one. What was needed to be done for the highest score possible. Alrighty. So, I actually need to contact people again. Alrighty. Wait, red camera tint this week? I mean, sort of. I have... It's a red camera tint more than likely because... Here, let's switch away from Polytopia. Let's go ahead and switch to that. It's mostly red because of Polytopia. How do you come up with the name Tolby? Neopets. Long story short, Neopets. Back when I was just a wee little lad, and I wanted to do this really cool online game, I had to ask my parents for permission for stuff like that, which is honestly very, very smart. But I showed them, like, this is all it is. I understand, like, you know, internet risks and stuff like that, and I'm at least trying to practice being smart and, like, not clicking random stuff. But this is just an online game. It's not going to be asking for a credit card. I'm not going to be putting any money into it, and even to this day, I never did. But when I first made the account at school, you know, like a good middle schooler, I just made a random name, but I forgot the login info, and I was really sad. I'm like, well, I did want to play more of it. So, I got permission from my parents now, because I was like, okay, I want to actually use an email address so I don't lose the account on that. And they're like, well, if I'm actually going to, like, do this to keep it, I want to name it. I sat there forever. And then just letters popped into my head, so I just typed the letters in. And then once the letters stopped, that was the name, Tolby. So if you look up Neopets Tolby, you'll find a red Shoiru that is very old and is starving. So, very, very old one. And I've just been using the name since, because anytime I have to make an account name, I'm like, well, I like my red Shoiru, it's cute, moving on, and at this point, it's who I am. Alrighty. We're gonna go to the server, the Polytopia general chat, and let's get a vote up in my Discord. My goodness. It's been forever since we've had a vote. We were talking about so many other things. Tribe vote. There it is. Copy text. Get it pasted. I need to actually switch back to trying to... Because Anton was so kind, I need to get things set up so that way people could just type in a certain thing. You can vote for Midnight. Midnight is not one of the available tribes available to play. So that vote is going to be ignored. These are your options. Sparky likes to... Sparky is... Well, are you competitive, Sparky? Because you have the competitive mentality, which is typically what I avoid. I don't know if you've noticed, I don't play on Polychamps. But, Sparky does try to keep the game balanced by going, hey, we're going to be playing with either, like, this kind of tier tribes or stuff like that. Which, honestly, is not terrible. Because when you get to a higher skill level, you really need to make sure the playing field is a lot more balanced. That's why I also like to play against random people online, because then I get to play whatever tribe I want, and a majority of the time, it's fine. There's another gamer named Grand Pooh Bear. He makes up a new fictional story every time someone asks him. It's pretty funny. You ever wonder how I got these scars? You never described the red tint? It's because of Polytopia. I closed the window. Because it was getting in my eyeballs. I'm not really good Polytopia for real. I mean, the important thing is, are you having fun? Alright, that should be enough time. We're playing as Luxador. I'm happy with... I am happy with that opponent. Alright. So with this kind of opening, not gonna lie, I am not good as Luxador. I feel like I am missing something whenever I am playing as them. But, what does that spawn? Right? It's okay, we'll make it work. If we can survive long enough, we definitely should have naval superiority, so we'll see. But, I mean, I'm not an expert at this game. I feel like I'm going to start off with fishing. Beautiful color correction. Yeah, it's literally just the pink tint from Polytopia. You don't have two animals? Yep, I don't have two animals. That's odd. Well, so Luxador doesn't have guaranteed spawns, because they don't have a starting tech. Omaji? Fish. 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 Resources. We'll pass this turn. I think it has 2 guaranteed animals. Hold the Polytopia space for 15 seconds. Right? They're right here, right? Yeah, we gotta move back. Port. Explore. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty bad explore, but it's better than nothing. So we're gonna train this warrior here first. This is a very tough setup. Yeah, I think we just lose because we get out expanded. No, Maji's just too powerful. We'll keep trying, but I can't really do much against Sparky in this kind of instance. Fish. Fish! We'll try. I'm not going to give up. We'll pass the turn. You have quite an easy giant on capital. We do, but giants don't win games. I'm probably just gonna resign and move on. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not winning this one. We don't even have our second guaranteed city, our opponent. I'll keep trying. Part of it is you also have to know your opponent. And I'm just playing it through. I'm done. Good game. It's not worth it. This game's not worth the effort. Alrighty. Moving on. We'll still save it. There's no way I'm catching up. Even if I get a giant, our opponent's gonna have 2 giants. I need to... Oh yeah, I forgot to save my score. Weekly challenge. It was chat's fault. It's always chat's fault. My score was 18,940 points. Rank 973. Yeah, this one was a low rank. And then there we go. Luxador versus, what is it? Condor, right? Small lakes. If you were a good tribe, well, but you balanced the tribes based on it. So if you're going to balance the tribes and then say, oh, well, I was the good tribe, you're the bad tribe, then what's the point of locking certain tribes out? Alrighty. Look at friend leaderboard. Yeah, we can look at friend leaderboard really fast. Where is it? I forget how to access the friend leaderboard. There it is, right over here. Oh my goodness. Hey, goalie with 30,000. It's pretty good. Alrighty. Let us throw up another. This one is versus Sasaibo. Alrighty. Let's try this again. No, not forward. We're not forwarding this messages. Copy text. Alrighty. Small Lakes, random opponent. We do have access to all tribes, so if you did want to see that Midnight, I can play Midnight. Yeah, I would have to have done a lot. Well, not a lot differently, but I basically would have had to have just done a stare off for that village, because Sparky's goal there isn't for him to capture that village, because then after that, then he has to defend the village. Now, the real goal of that is just prevent me from getting my second guaranteed city, while Sparky takes over the rest of the map. And I could spend 2 turns getting a giant, throwing the giants on the village. But at that point, Sparky would have had 2 giants coming towards my door. And it's just not balanced on that part. Maybe I could have done something differently. I am looking at stuff. Let's see. Alrighty. And we have no votes. We're gonna go with random tribe. It's there we go. Yikes. I'm gonna still do the double Polytar opener. It's ATOC! And we're gonna go around this way. Zeke, how's it going? Not gonna lie, this is definitely not one of our best starts. Next turn, we're gonna be getting our forestry. Where's our second village? All the way here? That's disgusting. Pick up forestry here, and pass this turn. Right over there. We're on lakes, right? Interesting. I'm gonna go and place a lumber huts here. Workshop. And we pass this turn. Not one of our best starts, but we do have two really strong sanctuary spots, so should be fine. All right. Go here. Place our sanctuary, and we pass this turn. So we've got a decent economy start. If I go here... I do want to pick up organization. Get a good explorer off this village. Hopefully find our opponent. That's either spawned here in the western corner or the southern corner. Meow meow cat. Right. Great. Now you're going to get me coughing and sneezing again just by thinking about it. We're going to go and grab organization. Capture. This is going to go here. And then we pass this turn. I also caught a cold, but you're more or less good now. Hey, I'm glad you're feeling better. Bless you. Fruit, and explore. Come on, find the corner. Oof. That was rough. Enchant. Don't be on a mountain. Perfect. Do I not place a sanctuary here so I can attempt to level the city up and get dragon eggs? That is a thing I'm actively considering right now. In the meantime, we are going to go and place our sanctuary here. Or... Fruit. Lumber Halt. Workshop. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should have trained a safety warrior here. I think we're fine for a turn at least. Do I delay taking this ruin for a turn and have this Polytar go and pick it up instead? A lot of these are good questions to be asking. You could definitely survive this. I'm more worried about my opponent. I think you lock down like 60% and a map again. Yeah, it's another one of those just map lockdown wins from the looks of it. Absolutely terrible. That is unfortunate. Yikes. We're gonna go ahead and fish. Fish. Workshop. I should have picked up fishing first. I'm just going to train a safety warrior here. I'd rather this city not be sniped by a raft. Part of me wants to get climbing to start going this way, but I feel like that's a little too greedy. I need to start getting onto the water. Bender, happy Sunday! Port. Resources. Fruit. Fruit. And... probably just, you know what? I want to explore. I want to see what's going on. We're going to go here. Opponent may have to be careful of a little capital snipe. Or not a capital snipe. That Explorer, it was okay. Yeah, the Explorer was worth it, definitely. Pass the turn. So my two main goals is I want to get units onto the water and improve the economy. We are in second place barely, so they do have another village somewhere in this direction, probably right here. So it's currently a 5-5 city game. Alrighty, Sanctuary can go here. Part of me wants to consider picking up writing, but it's just mostly to get roads and start connecting all these cities together. I don't know about water. Yeah, I'm kind of in a similar boat. Resources. They will immediately throw you a defender rammer to equalize. Yeah, but I also have polytars. Speaking of which, we should get a sanctuary here so we can spam out polytars here. My biggest goal is to continue to expand and improve the economy. It's not to rush out my own navy. Now, if I can get a free siege, that'd be great. Like, this is a spot where we can train archers. Is this village here. They see? Yep, they do see. Is that a giant? It's a giant! Gigante. That's an actual word, right? There we go. Another animal has been attracted thanks to the sanctuary. I just want units on the water. Farming. Farm. Resources. Enchant, farm, lumber hots, resources, should be fine, right? Because if we get roads, we can get a dragon egg. And on this kind of map, that's really good. Me and ATOC have a rivalry for a long time. I think we're still 50-50. It is Italian? Yeah, I thought I recognized it. Like, it was one of those, like, I've heard the word before. Honestly, I think I just pick up archery. Because if they're about to start throwing units onto the water here, I need archers. Alright, port. This play here is very important. Right. Well. Alright, archer. Archer. So unless he builds roads. We're gonna go and put you here. You here. We can almost get a dragon egg in our capital. I think that's it. I think we just passed the turn here. They are starting to get onto the water. Not my proudest history. I had a history of bullying Atok with Cymanti, and not your proudest history. I mean, you like Cymanti, so I would say, you know, play what you enjoy, but, yeah. We all know why you really played Cymanti. I mean, I do like Cymanti, but I'm not proud of it. Yeah. Though, let's be real, we all would all prefer the game to be balanced, so that way... Now you're doing Illyrion? Ah! I see. Atok's getting his spam of archers up. Which is another tribe that, well, deserves this expression of, oh, I see. Yeah. I decided to instead be playing as Illyrion. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that's going well for you. Honestly, if we do a border growth... I can just get the Dragon Egg now. Lumberhot. Nope. Fish. Super unit. You took away that level 5 sanctuary. It's fine. I needed this. Plus, if I really want to, I could pick up chivalry. There. I kind of want to play the Sanctuary right away, but... It is a sacrifice I am willing to make. So, I have more villages at this point, but I am currently last onto the water. These riders are also doing a good job at being able to pressure me into a not-so-great position, but I think we have the economy to do what I need to do. Yeah, I should not have placed it on there, because now I gave his giants a defense bonus, and I knew he was going archers. So honestly, that's a misplay on my part. I can just siege here. I personally believe that's worth it. I think we go ahead and place a Park of Fortune here, because this city has a strong potential of leveling up. And then I honestly just need to archer spam here. You might be second into the water, but you have way more safe port spots. Yep. So in this case, I'm forcing my opponent to be reactive, which is the exact position you want to be in. Or I'm in the exact position I want to be in. I'm forcing them to react to this problem, this threat. Yep, so that's a lot of archers. This border growth also gives us a safe port spot over here if I get a road. And I do want to pick up roads. Knight? Could. JK, no, actually, knights are a legitimate thing I could try to get. Those archers will die with a dragon breath? Yeah. You don't need knights, just 2 dragons. I'd like to get a second dragon. I am 1 pop away over here. So now this archer is facing this away. There's no reason for me to be super aggressive. I am going to go ahead and train these. Farm. Farm. Population growth. So the archer's just going to go there, but Lumberhauts, port, super units. I think I'm going to chant this animal here. That should do for now. I would be, just keep those archers in your central city away from the archers and wait for them to mess up by sending something to a port. It renders all their archers basically useless. Yeah. But also... Well, so this city is a lot more vulnerable for me. I really do want to level it up and get a city wall, but I think it's too late, right? My math... Yeah, I already let that happen, so... Atok is a great player, and I also really appreciate the fact that he just mains as Quetzali. Because those who knew when I was trying to play competitively on Polychamps, I was basically like, nope, I'm playing Quetzali. So I can respect that. Yeah, if I'm too aggressive here, I can easily lose this. I have more economy, I have more cities. I need to kind of did influence me on how to do competitive Quetzali. Yeah. Yeah, we are gonna just try to bait him away. So again, at this point, it's really our game to lose. And I don't plan on losing. It's definitely possible. If I pick up sailing here, I can kill this archer. Yeah. I think we just kill the archer here. Archer and archer. Yeah, it's a little rough right there. Quetzali is great as a 1-point trade because of the 100% resource rates. Yep, huge respect to that. Yeah. The issue is Quetzali is a turtle. They can't use those resources for a while. Like when to pay passively and bait them into attacking against me? Yeah. When to do early cloaks and get a great kaboom on their cap? Yeah. I should have killed this with my archer. Rainbow Shine, how's it going? Alright, so our opponent has navigation, so that is something we have to be very cautious of. Because a very well-placed bomber could be bad for us, but we have so much water access, hopefully it's... Is this the massive free-for-all? No, it's the start of the month. It would have been last week, but I was busy spending last weekend taking my significant other to the beach and proposing to her, so... No free-for-all this month. No, maybe this, or maybe no free-for-all last month. Maybe this month, though. Wait, did it work? Yeah. Did she say yes? Yeah. So, that's where I was last week. I'm assuming you said yes. I would probably not be so happy going, hey, 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 hey. So, alright. Honestly, so what is our opponent's out? Build a large navy and push this way. Knights is an out. Let's see. I think we're gonna go ahead and just place a port here. We're gonna kind of do a similar play. We're gonna go ahead and pick up navigation. Schwarzman. You know what I really want? I really want roads. If you plan to have one, your kid is going to be when they're born, yeah. If you plan on having one, I mean, I'd like to, but life works in mysterious ways. We got stars, but not much I can really just do with them. I'm also trying to make sure we don't die in this process. We're going to move this back. And honestly, at this rate, I think I'm better off just spamming units. It doesn't matter that our units are weaker. If we could just spam the units onto the water, the better. And we'll trade an archer. Yep, that'll be fine. There it is. So you get your dragons. Do you think you can press them on the water? I can't quite press them on the water no more. Then you'll be fine. That's the hope. This bomber is a problem, though. It's pretty well positioned. I am also playing almost a little too cautiously. I am almost playing too cautiously here. They have enough archers to potentially kill my dragon if I use my dragon to kill this unit. There would be one archer short. So this entire zone, I can't place any units here. Very confident when he's under time pressure. ATOC's really good. Part of me wants to just get roads and try to rush in. Good. Good on their part. That way ATOC can use these tiles to start upgrading his units as well. That's what that's about. Um, 26. Okay. Well, let's just do this. No reason not to secure this kill. Means I can't train a unit here. It's fine. If I go here, he's definitely going to try to hit everything with, onto probably this tile. We are applying a lot of pressure here. I think we just passed the turn. Again, put ATOC on the clock. Roads give Bazaar. Well, not anymore. Don't forget, even just you always have access to the Grand Bazaar. So even just fishing. But now, I mean, technically I can now just get it. But yes. Knights would be great, but you know, yeah, if I get knights, I think that's gonna be essentially all she wrote. Because we can apply a lot of pressure on this capital with the dragon we're about to have. Do you think cloaks would be good? I don't have a way to get cloaks to my opponent's city. Is the bigger issue. Yep, so our opponent's clearing this out, which is expected, but we can use our swordsmen to just attack and clear this, which is fine. This is honestly what I'm wanting. It's too slow. It's too slow. The killer monument is complete. Place you here. You go here. Three. No good place for me to actually put this dragon. Are the music contests that happened last month on Polymane? Not this one? No. You know what? I should look into that, though. Because that is actually a great point. You know what I could do? I could go cloaks. After I literally just said, no, cloaks are too slow. Don't you guys clearly know this? We're gonna get our archer here. Gonna train an archer here. So there's not really a great spot for this bomber to attack and hit, which is what we're trying to force. You should connect back cities for Bazaar Monument. You're right. I should. I could do that next turn. The price they would be will absolutely dominate the water. Yeah. Yep. Our opponent's resigning. Either that or he's doing some form of all-in, but the game's over. Yep, there it is. Embassy. ATOC likes to end the game actually at a piece. Now you got to be careful if for a random person, don't do that. But ATOC actually will go ahead and go. All right, offer peace and then let the turn pass over and then resign. So good game. I don't really know too much of what my opponent could have done about that, because even though he played that really, really well, that's more of a map win on that case, which is kind of 2 for 2 now. I'm going to edit this. Lyrion. Sorry, ATOC. You playing with viewers? I was going to play against random, but ATOC typically will try to snipe into a game. So Lyrion versus Icarus small lakes versus 777. Can I play? Yes. Demetrio, you did ask before. Yeah, we can go ahead. All right, so let's just take a quick look from our opponent's view. Let's see if there's anything that could have been done differently. So, a good job expanding. This actually is a huge all-in on this direction, which is quite interesting. And then is finding out that this all-in, because by going all in this direction, if there is a front, ATOC would actually win this confrontation, which is a good way to handle this. Because if you spread out all your forces, you'll just lose on multiple front lines. But also that means you're expanding only one direction instead of multiple directions. Me next after Demetrio? We'll see. So So finding out quickly that this is going to be a water game and does the correct thing and is focusing a lot on the economy. More economy. Level up. Population. Correct thing to do. So right now, pretty much everything here is good and correct. Because despite Quetzali having a really slow start, they do a really good job at being aggressive early on, especially if you support the defender with riders, or heck, even archers. Because you can get a near unbeatable siege on the early game. Improve the economy. So now notice, we're just going to switch this to auto so you can see both players. This is actually a good start for Quetzali at 20, but as Illyrion, I mean, we have one more city, but even with this one extra city, we still have so much more economy. Does a good job not being too aggressive. Stay back, defend. Quetzali has a bridge tile in the middle. Yeah, they do. So he actually could have pulled the plug and do that. You have more coastal city too? Yeah. I had a lot more coastal cities. Riders in the center could have done it. Yep. That is one thing that is an observation is if he had gone with more riders connected with roads, built a bridge here, could have had a land presence. Because this city is not super well defended, and it is level 3. So it does not have the best way to protect itself. So if anything, that may have been the best route, is because we had archers here. If we spammed out a few riders and got some roads, maybe. But scouts could easily defend it. Yeah, but scouts are also expensive, but Illyrion can afford it. But at some point, you do have to go on the offensive. So the question is when do you pull the plug? Pulling back, which is good. But we did as well. Now, me probably a month ago, I would have just gone, I gotta start killing it and throwing everything into it. Like, nah, I need him to attack me. Don't forget, whenever you're in one of these positions, it's better for you to take your time. Just make sure your opponent doesn't suddenly have something to instantly kill you. But it's in this situation, Atok has to be the one to actually make the move in order to win the game. I should have attacked slightly differently there, but it's fine. I wonder how differently the game would have gone. I will keep that in mind for a future video. But I wonder how differently this game would have gone by this point if Atok got together a small band of riders and tried to, because on here in turn 8, turn 9, this city is really far separated. They surrendered. Yes, they surrendered. But I wonder what would have happened if, like, let's say, because we don't really have the proper information and we're doing the correct thing, improving the economy. What if we did more of an all-in? What was done this turn? Leveling up? Yeah. So what if we just leveled up to this point and trained 3 riders. And then on this turn, got everything set up to start being aggressive with rider roads, bridges. Because this is not a good point to attack from. I mean, in my instance, I think I actually would have been a really bad spot and could have potentially lost this game, because I don't have the proper support over here. I would have lost this city. So, because if we're saying... If I'm going to say this is the turn that our opponent should have invested in maybe a couple more riders, and then on this turn is attacking with rider roads, that's a siege. That is a siege on this city over here. And it would have been very expensive for me to have defended it. I would have lost it. Did I have vision of my opponent about this? I did. So I would have been able to react. So I would have appropriately been training warriors. But this makes it to where I can't focus too much on the Navy. I have to focus on defending this city. And then at this point, I don't have my archery yet. Oh, I now have archery. So I could have started defending it. But the more important thing is that we need to be... Because we have less... We are aware of the situation. And that our opponent has more cities than we do. We can literally count them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus our 5. We have to be the ones to make the move. If we apply a lot of pressure here, move this giant forward, it would have forced you to do early scouts to defend it. Yes... But this giant will then have been able to go over here. Yes, I would have been training archers, but riders versus archers, riders win. At that point, would they have been able to make a move onto the water over here? I don't know. So you say, I mean, you guys know I like to play aggressively. Polytopia would do an easy job on the giant. Yeah. But again, a lot of it's forcing us to invest in military instead of economy. And yeah, our opponent would be stuck in the same position doing the same. But they can afford to do it. We can afford to do it too, but like they can afford to do it. Go get the South Water? I think so. Because if I'm forced to go scouts to defend it, our opponent gets both ramming and sailing, and then just kills our scouts with rammers. So it'll be, is it time for 4-player free-for-all arching? No. Alrighty. What do you mean you can't get to my storage right now? Oh, it's because these were all the ones from downloads. Where did I move them to? Alrighty. So, not gonna lie, it's been a very busy week. I was hoping that this stream, I actually did drink water, but I've also been trying to drink some caffeine. Just something to help get me up. I might only have enough mental capacity for one more game. So, what I'm gonna do, we're gonna be right back. We're gonna put up another tribe vote. Alright, this is gonna be the final tribe vote for the stream. Go ahead and vote on the Discord. And we'll be playing the final game. Unless it goes by in like 5 minutes, then we'll play one more. But I will be right back. Don't Train told me to win with Quetzali. I can win with Quetzali. Where do we participate in Tribe Vote? Hey, Peaceful Strawberry! Welcome, welcome. So if you go to the text channel roles and then select that you're interested in the Polytopia game, I'm probably going to be adding Monster Train to this list soon too, because it's one of the big games I play. You'll have access to all the Polytopia chats in the channel. That way you don't get spammed with stuff you're not interested in. And then, in the Polytopia general chats, I have a stream announcement, tribe vote, votes with reactions, and then you just vote with the head of the tribe you want to see, including the skins. And right now, Quetzali is winning. I have to go to roles to vote. No, you have to go to roles in order to get the Polytopia... in order to see the Polytopia chat in my channel. Not gonna lie, I'm probably gonna be adding Monster Train as a set of channels for my server. Let's see. Also, how's it going? Blueberry cheesecake. Sorry about the status in the free-for-all. It's been tricky for quite a lot of people. It's a small map. No, you won't be able to see it. The game's on my phone. I'm going to be doing one massive recording of my view at the end of it. I might make some animations for it. I don't know. I don't understand. What do I do in the roles page? So in the roles page, you'll see, want to hear stream announcements? Because whenever I go to do a live stream, I ping stream announcements. So if you want to get notified when I'm going to be going live, besides just through YouTube, click that check mark. The second one is, what games are you interested in? If you click the reaction, the Polytopia reaction, it will then give you access to all of my Polytopia chats. Just like that. And then, boom, the Polytopia channels are now available for you. And then the Polytopia general chat, you'll see where I post stream announcements in the Polytopia chat. Let's see. Alright, I think that'll do it. Oh, I was just about to say, looks like Quetzalli wins. Nope, it's Urkaz! Urkaz is going to be the tribe that wins. So whenever I'm saying, hey, this is the tribe vote, this is always where I put it. But Anton had actually made a quick little program to get votes, text from chat. And I actually, man, I've got so many stuff I got to need to do. But we're going to be playing as Urkaz. Alright, last game. Let's hope that it is entertaining. Best of luck. Ooh, this indeed will be. Pass the turn. Oh, wow, Dancy. Ooh, mixture between fancy and dandy. I like. Now, this is unfortunately one of the sad starts. Ooh, are you going to get rid of... Oh! You're facing strong opponent from PC server. Yeah, I am. They're aware that they're better off just getting away that piece, Monuments of Peace. Ain't that a shame? It's okay. Our opponent has given away one of their largest advantages. Good luck, dude. I think we've played before, right? Yeah, we played once before. This might not be a long game. But it's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and just improve the economy ever so slightly. Workshop. It's better to do this than not at all, because our opponent's also on 2 villages. Remember this. They are on 2 villages because they sent both their warriors in one direction. We gotta do a shifty little explorer. Pass turn. They already killed his warrior earlier. They don't get the monument. Oh, they can still get the monument if I don't force them to fight early enough. Oh, this is one heck of an interesting game. Not gonna lie, my heart is currently racing. I don't know if it's from the caffeine or from... I'm really excited. This one is such an interesting game already. So our opponent picked up climbing. So that's a lot of resources that they suddenly just don't have. Road should have connected to village. I don't have it. Oh, I guess you're right. I should have put it here. You're right. Thanks for calling me out. Why not get the village? No, you guys are right. No! Dang. Alright, so he did get his, altar, unfortunately. But you guys, you are 100% right. I should have go ahead and connected over to here. Harvest, harvest. Explore. Dang! We got them? No, we don't. So it depends on how badly they want to fight for this village right now. Which I would. If I was my opponent, I'd be fighting for this village right now. You lose that city if they get climbed. They have climbing. We know they have climbing. Oh, man. I can't believe I made such a silly misplay. I really need units. Is Jover? You lose that city if they get climbed. Yeah, it probably is. So, I almost want to theorycraft how different this game would have gone if I did the smart thing and put my road here. Man, I call you guys out on your replays all the time for this. I even have 3 minutes of my time. I should have just taken my time. Chat, you distracted me. But we knew that that was the correct play. It's just, I did the wrong placement of the road, so honestly, I probably threw the entire game. Road. Road. Fruit. Resources. Fruit. Fruit. Workshop. Warrior. Pass the turn. Because now we're playing catch-up, because our opponent has a stronger economy. And they have roads. Also, I don't have riding. I also don't have climbing. Uh-huh. Arrgh. Yeah, we're not winning this one. I tried. That was a fun game. Well, my defeat playlist is completely empty. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and just resign right there. That was well played. Oh, that was a really good game. It was short, but that was a really good game. So, let's take a look-see at it, because we're gonna turn on shared fog for this. Is that Demetrio? I believe so. Quick and easy. Let's see. Edit this. It is going to be Urkaz versus Imo. Small Lakes. That was an awesome game, though. Versus, I believe it was Demetrio, right? Usually don't expect Imo to be so aggressive. I mean, sometimes you just have to, right? If it's the right play, you do it. Especially if it's early enough in the game. You saw in this one, I didn't have a proper follow-up, so I couldn't force you to continue to be aggressive. So you still get your monument anyways. No, it was great. Alrighty. But, it's just this play right here. This road needed to have gone here. Because we should have been right here. taking this village this turn, and then I would have had more of a presence and have been able to at least attempt to fight back. Get my gosh. That is quite an explosive start. And then I can attempt to fight back. I didn't watch, and I could have kept my cities. Might as well throw a 4-player Archy free-for-all. I'm not doing a 4-player free-for-all. But yeah, so maybe I should have just rode it away at the start is the other consideration. I think this is still the right play to road forward and force the monument away, but I probably should have followed up with actually another unit, because this guy should have been here. Secure this kill here. I don't know, but then he still gets the village, and then I'm just stuck at one village. Or maybe I'm supposed to move one away over to here, move this one over, and go all in and try to force, because if our opponent doesn't see us move onto the village here, because our opponent did the right thing. They move here, see this. This is the proper way to have these two units fight together. But if I had instead moved down here instead, with this warrior going here, our opponent would go here, go into the village, and then do their own stuff. And then I could potentially just do a go here, bop, secure the kill. I think it's kind of over at that point. Because assuming that, you know, we're not stream sniping and we're playing with our limited information we have, this warrior goes here. That is correct play. Demetrio, from your point of view, once you see this and it's a whole bunch of IMO land, you do see this, so you have an idea I'm probably in this corner. You're going on to the village still, though, right? Just to secure the village? Because I'm assuming this would be the right play. So my opening should have been... Oh, I downloaded a thing for this. Hold on. Where is it? So I could draw on the screen. I literally got a thing just so I could do this. What is it? I forgot what it's called. It's not snipping tool. What is it? It's not paint. I did get a thing. Not jump. It's not Copilot. That's a lousy program and everybody knows it. Oh, shoot, what is it? Hold on. Let me go to downloads. Okay, there we go. And do I have it already set up? Yes. Perfect. Okay, so we have... Woohoo! Hold on. So let's go here. and we see this opening. And okay. We're going to go ahead and pin this to the taskbar so I don't lose it again. Tolby's downloading Polytopia hacks. Get caught. Right? No, not this time, though. All right. So, IMO is doing the absolute correct... Can I do Control-Z? No, I have to click wipe. And it's heading up here. With this warrior here, being able to apply pressure to both this village here and this village here. As we know, the correct option for this player, regardless, is going to be moving to this tile here. So with this warrior on this tile, sees absolutely nothing. So this goes here. This warrior goes here. Since we have more information as Yadak, and I can see the line of this, that means it's about equal distance here as it is to my opponent, roughly, give or take. So we're going here. The undo button is not working on this, by the way. So we're just going to keep doing this. So what I should have done is moved my warrior to here and move this warrior to here, with full preparation of fighting for this village. Because we know our opponent is playing IMO, it is our job to be aggressive to force them not to get their benefits. Bad Polytopia. So first get vision, eventually. I know that you are Yadex, you'll get into a village before me, and that you are west, and that there's a village. Yep. Yeah, so Demetrio is mentioning. He knows, and it's because of this tile right here. So this tile right here is giving him the information he needs to know. That I am Yadak, and that I am west of him. Because there's no way that this would be here and then so much IMO territory. So he knows I'm here to the west, either here or here. But regardless, I am to the west. That there's a village northwest of your capital because of resources. Yep, it's right over here. So, at this point, with the units here and here, I would then be able to move this unit onto this village, hit, and this guy would be at 5. And then we go here and secure the kill on the following turn. That would have been the correct course of action for me. Because at this point, we are now 2-2 villages. However, it is a lot harder for me to hold and maintain this because of positioning. But this would have allowed me to win this early confrontation. Get this village. And now we're playing a different form of skirmish. However, the new downside is our opponent has access to all this here and can go in all of this direction. Or our opponents can now have 2 cities worth attacking our 1 village, whereas we only can go in one direction or attack here. So actually, we'll just wipe. So once he gets this village here and this village here, both of these can attack here, meaning he has better pressure. And this village can also go in, at this current unexpected point of time, all 3 of these directions. Whereas this can only play defense for the most part, while I can either support or faintly expand in this direction. If we both expand, worst case scenario, our opponent gets a village, let's say, like somewhere over here-ish. It would actually be like right here. And then we get our village here. With that, it's now 3 versus the entire map. But I would have won this early confrontation. And the next goal would be, since we're not going to win the late game, especially against IMO, you're not going to win the late game. I need this and this to both apply pressure here, forcing our opponent on the defense at their capital. Would that have been possible? I don't know. But we are playing Yadak, and Yadak has already access to the roads. We just need to pick up riders, have just enough economy to spam out said riders, and maybe we'd be able to make something work. But I am also playing against a really good opponent, so that is how I should have handled this opening. So if you're ever wondering, oh, well, this is a map loss, maybe. There's a good chance I'm losing this game, because there's not much I can do. My opponent, right from the get-go, has access to pretty much the entire map. Yeah. Whereas, so if we go ahead and wipe this, I still think it's important for us to first pick up this village, but our opponent then has this village. This allows our opponent to then naturally go to here. While we naturally go to here, we then go here. Our opponent can pick up here and here. Yeah, it's not looking good for us. So, map-wise, it's not great. The last thing I would be able to do is road over here. It's a 5 versus 5 city game, which is interesting because it allows these to attack here, attack here, attack here, while I attempt to attack here. But we're spending a lot more resources on that. And again, we're losing the late game. We're playing against Imo. And they have all the ruins. They do also have all the ruins, and we know ruins win games. Seems like 5v5, but your cities are in a line. Yeah. And even though we have 3 cities attacking here, this city's playing defense, while these 2 cities are applying support, and then these 2 cities are applying pressure here. Our opponent has a much more flexible game plan, meaning that we're the ones that have to make it... Man, I want to replay this game and see how it would have played out if I did a better job fighting for this village. Because we knew that our 2 villages were here and here. Man. Alright. See. It's just, I'm not a person, I don't like to invest everything in one direction, but I think I should have really done that. That is a huge bummer. Like, is that a fair analysis of, I think I still would have lost this game, but this game could have gone drastically different if I had committed to being aggressive in trying to take that front city. If only seeded world is possible, right? Vigiwan, get to it. We've been asking for it for years. I hope that's a fair analysis. I think I still would have lost this game, but it could have gone so much more differently if I had played my opening better. Because I tough spawn and would probably lose no matter what. Probably. More than likely. Do I have enough mental capacity for one more? Good to see some good Polytopia content while studying, right? I'm gonna try one more, because that game was fast. Alright, one more type vote. Copy text, paste. Against a less skilled player, you might have had a chance. Right? I mean, I still had a chance. It's not a good chance, but it's still a chance. Because I would definitely say that I'm a skilled player, but I wouldn't classify myself as like a top pro. So I'm more here for your guys' entertainment. I've got one vote immediately for Ragu. But Yeti peaks though. Hey, that's fine. We had an amazing game. I'm literally showing you like how I probably should have played it. And a lot of Polytopia is pattern recognition. I should have recognized that I should have gone all in one direction instead of going 2, because I was too slow to get my back village. So I'm literally just backpedaling and playing catch up the entire time instead of forcing my opponent in a bad position. I would definitely say that's a an issue, a missed call on me. Because I can show again, like, what are all the different ways that our opponent could have opened the game in order to, like, for me to go, what am I playing around, what am I playing against? Looks like we're going to be playing as Ragu. Nah, but that was an amazing game. I actually feel like there's stuff I could have done to actually attempt to win the game, and that's when a game is good. So, I probably still would have lost, but I bet you I could have, if I did that opening differently like that, I could have actually had a chance. Peaceful berry. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty. It is going to be a mirror matchup. Again, this is the reason why I think players should be able to choose their colors. Because now I have information. My opponent has no idea who I'm playing as, despite them being the one for me to vote to voting for Kiku. Yeah, they're the ones that also voted for me to play as Ragu. Alrighty. Well, we're going to go ahead and head this way. Fish! Fish! Workshop. Yeah, this is my last game. I don't think I have the proper mental capacity to finish this off either. Alright, we are going to follow the fruit. Train ourselves a warrior. You could just end up picking the same color and have the same problem, though, no? So, I would... You could, potentially, but if you're choosing the same color as your opponent, and then it's resolved as you have to go a different color, it's because you chose the same color, not because you're the same tribe. So, I think it's okay. I'm going to train another warrior past turn. I had to think about it for a moment. Sorry. We're going to go here just so I get the extra vision. We're not heading to the lighthouse yet. We're gonna grab organization. Capture. Fish. Fish. And explore. Because we need to find our opponent. Like that. This warrior's going down here to pick up this lighthouse. So, I'm going to be prioritizing this village here. Ooh, or, you know what? I'm going to do what I say I do best. We're going to play aggressively. Pick org for capital? Yep. You go there. Writing. And a writer. Pass turn. Rider! Oh no, the aggression with Kiku. Yep. Hopefully I do this right. John Green, how's it going? Right over there. Right over here. Fruit. Fruit. Ooh, resources. Fruit. 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 Resources. Rider. Rider. Pass turn. So, a very aggressive start. I'm going to pick up climbing just for these ruins, but it'll also allow me to climb onto this mountain. Ooh. Neat, right? That's a cool play. Bop. Go ahead. And yeah, you can take it. That's fine. We're going to go ahead and train a warrior. Pass the turn. Yes, he can unsiege, but that is a lot of stars that our opponent is not getting this turn. And then our opponent has to decide, are they okay with me getting this village? Ooh, they're threatening the ruin. Climbing instead of stopping opponent from capture? Yeah, I'll live. It's fine. It'll be fine. Fish. Fish. We're gonna go ahead and explore. Yep, it's gonna give us pretty much the lighthouse. Fruit. 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 Because of positioning, we're going to go ahead and grab city walls. Yes, they can siege it this turn. We are going to head this way just to grab those ruins. Train, pass turn. Because if they try to do a body block... Yeah, so they could siege. That's fine. I don't think, because I was going to assume that our opponent was going to be training a rider back there. I don't think we would have been able to stop them from capturing this. I'd rather just get this village up and running a lot better. At least that's my train of thought. Are you going to prevent me from getting those stars, or are you going to retreat them so you can start making a veteran? Looks like he's not retreating them. Bop-a-da-bop. Bot-up. Bop-a-da-bop. I think that's that. Pass the turn. I do need to improve my economy. If I can get roads next turn, that'd be great, but I can't build any roads, so it doesn't do me any good. Bop-a-da-bop. Not good enough. Is it barely good enough? It is barely good enough. Ooh, just gonna try getting onto the water. I just think that's neat. Yeah, that swordsman. Okay. We save up everything else after this. We pass this turn. So yeah, it was rough. We'll recover. Thank you. I don't know if our opponent realizes that helps me more than they would want it to. We'll see. Julien is saying blueberry. Hello, hello. It's a lot of roads. Really? I don't know if that was worth it. It was a really expensive kill right there. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. You can go there. We're gonna get a cheaper level up first. 1, 2. Workshop. If I put you here, it'd be very expensive for them to actually stop me. We'll pass this turn. Future video. Blueberry, you're not taking care of your audience. They're asking me, hey, when's the next video coming out? Come on, man. Nice. Alrighty. Secures the kill. Ooh. I don't know if that's the right play. Warrior. We're going to move you there. Let these guys heal up. We're actually in a good spot. He's going to take this city, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. I think we get a giant. YouTube doesn't promote the post, which I explained, and I understand. Did you get any better? Because I forget, does this have a workshop on it? It doesn't, but we're still denying 3 stars worth of production. Ooh, a workshop. That's pretty greedy. He's investing a lot into all this. I think he's out of stars, and I can almost set up like a really nasty double siege. Almost. It'd be a lot of stars to do that. I think the giant's more important. You can siege? Yeah, we can. We have a lot of different ways we can siege. Currently suffering from a serious kidney infection and large kidney stones. Will need to undergo specialist surgery. It takes strong antibiotics for 2 months. I have a coworker that's unfortunately doing something similar. It's not fun. I'm really sorry having to go through that. Sounds bad? It is bad. Please take care, Blueberry. I am currently behind on cities. Should be fine. Oh my gosh, our score! Road. 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 Population growth. Hunt. Hunt. And super unit. Metropolis is complete. Pop. The killer monument is complete. Gate of Power. Park of Fortune. Super unit. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. Go right over there. Pass the turn. City on the right, you can siege and take it. Yep, we can definitely take it. But also, we now have double giants, which puts our opponent in a bad position, which is good for us. I think I really want this giant to become a juggernaut onto the water. Our opponent can still unsiege and all that, but it's a very tricky position for them. But they have such a high score, I'm assuming that they already have maybe at least one giant. They've got to have at least one giant. Bop-a-da-bop. Yep. Bop-a-da-bop. From the roads we can see? Yeah. So this city's level 3. This city's level 3. I don't think there's any text I need to be picking up right now, so we're just gonna go ahead and capture. Port. Explore. Yikes. Come on! Come on! Arg! It's fine. 1, 2, 3. Resources. Bop-a-da-bop. Bop. I'd rather be killing this unit. They're less likely to be able to level up this city, so I'm going to apply pressure to this city. This goes here. And then I'm just going to double Rider so we can apply even more pressure to our opponent. Pass the turn. No Eye of God. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure the kill. Alright, so at this point, this is our game to lose. Because we have more cities. Why didn't these two cities connect? Bop-a-da-bop. Either tech or stars. You don't have sailing. Does it really work like that? Even for, I mean, it makes sense to me. That actually makes perfect sense to me. And it's not going to go through this territory. Huh. Huh. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. Move it on back, move it on back. Bop-a-da-bop. I missed. We're gonna go here and attack. So if our opponent wants to secure this kill, they're gonna have to move back to attack that. And we can outnumber our opponent. I'm not that desperate for units though, so we'll pass the turn. Block the opponent riders. It's fine. It's fine. He has enough to unsiege. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Sorry for the autograph is second language. They might Houdini trap. Oh, they won't be able to Houdini trap. They will be able to unsiege, but it's fine. Hey! So we can prevent them from getting this lighthouse now. Rammer! The skin is incredible. It is. It is sad that you're unable to buy this skin and the only way to acquire it is by pirating it. Oh, okay, they resign. That's a joke, by the way. It's a pirate skin. GG's. Good game, sir. So let's take a look about that encounter in the middle, because that was a really close game. I don't know what happened, but it fell apart super hard mid-game. Yeah, I want to take a look at it. And that was my last game. I am out of mental capacity. Ragu, Mirror, Small Lakes versus Peaceful Berry. Alright, let us take a look, shall we? We're going to be watching this entire game from your view. But honestly, it looked like everything started off exactly as it should. So, pretty much as we all are already aware, the correct thing to be doing is be sending this unit out to follow these resources here. Send a second one out, probably go in the other way. And then depending on how everything goes, you can pick up that lighthouse. But it's more than likely going to be having 1, 2, and then 3 to support one way or another. Right over there. So I'm assuming we're going to be following the resources. We are! Fantastic. And look at that. Immediately going to be supporting both of these villages in case there's a crazy early game encounter. Ooh, okay. Goes for a stronger economic start. I can appreciate that. So our opponent is doing the right thing here. He is looking for, where is that second village? It can either be on this spot right here that has no resources on any of these 3 tiles, so that seems unlikely. So it could be here, or it can be right here. So if I was my opponent, which he does, he goes right over here to try to find it here in the center. Because remember, on lakes, you're guaranteed 2 villages next to your capital. Finds it right there in the center. Gets a level. The only thing I would have considered is training a warrior here on your capital. Just pick up the lighthouse, but I also understand why not. And I did say consider at least. It saves you stars for something more important like riders. Bop-a-da-bop, secures the kill. Gets a whole bunch of stars, gets riding, gets roads. Bop-a-da-bop, secures the kill. Get your rider, fantastic. Start fighting for everything. And even brings this back in order to fight. Did you get your free subs? I don't know. Did we get subs today? I didn't have any subs today. Because if we had a sub, we would have seen an announcement like this. That's from 5 days ago. So, I mean, suburb cities. Yep, I did. Explore, perfect. That way we can see everything that's going on. And we're doing the correct thing, trying to siege the city and slowing me down. But this is one thing that, again, we need to understand the current flow of the game. You're at 3 cities, and I'm at... If we go ahead and look over to here, we have 1, 2, 3. But with where the borders are... These are Kiku borders right here, so we know there's a 4th city right here. So it's a 4 versus 1 city game. You have to be aggressive. So you actually make the right call here. Oops. You actually make the right call here and starts going aggressive as much as you can. Bop-a-da-bop. Throw in another. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure the kill. But how are we going to prevent an unsiege? And unfortunately, you just have to throw more units in. That is the correct answer. This warrior has a kill, but you need a healthy warrior. So this warrior needs to go here. Bop this one right over here. So this one, road down here. Secure this kill. By doing so, you're forcing me to say, hey, I've got an extra unit here I can road forward. Unfortunately, we healed. Yeah, I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't want to say spawn win and resign early. If you did this play instead of healing, fought, I would have had to lose this city. Instead, the warrior gets to live. And there's no units in the fog. I had the exact amount in order to unsiege here. Which is unfortunate. But if you did that body block play, where you went over here and body blocked, I would have had to have gone over here, hit, secure the kill, but then I only have these 3 units in order to attack here, and you get this city. After that, you just go over here and collect this city, and you are actually primed to win the game. My polycalc wasn't working for some reason, that's why I ran out of time. The sword would have lived? Yeah, the sword would have lived if you did this play instead. Because you want the sword to get this walled up city. The reason I built the walled up city so you wouldn't get it, but you got it. So if this happened, you would have won the game. So that's where the game ended up falling apart, is this turn right here. Because right afterwards, bop-a-da-bop, 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 and secure the kill. I needed all 5 of those units in order to unsiege. There was no additional unit hiding. So, plus you would have killed off one of my units. And at this point, you're not sieging this city ever again. Next misplay. We need to fight for this city. Because at this point, you just need cities. And yes, it'll be tricky to defend this one, but you already have roads. So you would be a 4 versus 4 city game. But at least you would have had your 4th here. You would have been much better off. Bop, securing this kill. Going onto this village right over here. And I would have moved your warrior forward over here with a road and attack just to lower the health of this unit. Because that makes it to where you have 2 full health units here and here that... Can I just use an erasure? Fortunately... Unfortunately, I really wish this undo button worked. So that would have given you 1 unit here, 1 unit here, and a mostly healthy unit here, again, allowing you to secure this city. Now, you're having to play aggressively here, but with less cities at this point, you kind of have to. Because remember, if you are less cities, it is your job to make the plays in order to force your opponent into a bad position. That's also not including potential other kills that you could have had right over here, such as this warrior could road forward, secure a kill here. And that's another unit for body blocking. After that, I would move this unit here, just a body block, heal, and then start setting up a force to try to attack this city here and here with more riders, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do anything with that. So if you went 1 road specifically here, just because it's safe, it's a safer road, and you got your 1 unit here, 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 and then you train up rider. That is a lot of pressure you're applying to, because 1, 2, 3, 4, so he couldn't make it, unfortunately. But you've got a lot of potential pressure for this city here, and I have to heal up. So I think you're actually still in a really strong spot on this turn that could have kept you inside of the game. At this point, though, you played passively and you were trying to go with safe plays. Sort of. You're still trying to clear off my units, but you could have taken this village here, and then on a later turn, you could have gotten this village back here. Bop-da-bop. Secure the kill. Bop-da-bop. Secure this kill. Attempt a little bit of a body block. Protect your city from a siege. But, it gets sieged. You get this city 1 turn later. Explore? This city right over here is not safe. This city should explore. This city here should get a workshop. I was playing an odd safe aggro playstyle for some reason. I mean, when you get put on a spotlight, like being on a live stream, you play very differently. So, understandable. Good job. Good job leaving this spot open for a potential bridge. You have your port available right here anyways. But notice at this point, I'm investing everything into going after this city, because this is going to be your weakest point. So this point right here should have been an explore and see everything that's happening over here and get your workshop over here. After that, this is when the giant plays start coming in. And I'm just trying to, at this point, force you to use all of your resources. You have less cities than I do, so it's my game to lose. Because, as you're pretty much aware, when you have more cities than your opponent, if you're doing 1-for-1 trades with your opponent, you are winning. And so that's what I'm attempting to do at this point is, it's okay if I lose this giant, I'm slowing you down. Bop-a-da-bop, bop-a-da-bop, and unsiege. Yes, so the unsiege happened. At this point, like, you just spent a lot of resources on all of this stuff. The Juggernaut! Yep. Juggernaut play was about to come in. Love the skin. It is a beautiful skin. The Ragu skin is really, really cool. But at this point, it is 6-4 cities. We both have 1 giant, but I have a walled up city. You're realizing that you're not going to be able to hold probably this city for too long because you're 1 unit here. This 1 unit here, just Juggernaut going right over to here. It's dead. The unit is dead. Because this siege wasn't necessarily for me to steal it. I could have... I mean, if I got it, that'd be fantastic. But it's more about you using up all your resources, so that way I can invest all of my resources elsewhere. So we had 2 instances where the game, unfortunately, fell apart because you played a little too passively when during those 2 moments. Yeah, YOLO'd with the rammer I was conceding. Yeah, pretty much. Alright, I do not have the mental capacity to play another game, so I will be doing another live stream later today, because I want to play a lot more Monster Train, and I am starved out of being able to do so. But that'll be separate. I also will be contacting some other people, and... yeah, so thank you all so much for tuning on in. I hope you guys had a wonderful time on the live stream. But yeah, that will go ahead and do it. I'm going to be eating food, figuring out what I'm doing for the rest of the day, and then once I'm free, I'll be playing some Monster Train, which I know a lot of you guys aren't too interested in. But regardless, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. I play super passive with riders that never pivot. It can be tricky. Part of it, it's sort of like my game against Yeti, is understanding how I should have been playing aggressively. Because I have a bad habit of always just splitting up my warriors when I get the chance. If I have the option, I should try to have my warriors support each other. And that is a thing I've known for, honestly, months, and I'm just bad at making the change. But that's because, especially on a live game, you're trying to make plays you're comfortable with. And mine is, look, get my 2 cities, and then everyone's happy. But that's what lost me the game. So I should have I should have been aggressive on mine, whereas on yours, realizing you're at less cities and you have a swordsman, it's your time to force me to steal that city and then spam warriors out over there, support them with riders, and you would have won the game. Because then it would have been 3 to 4 cities in a different way. And then you would have easily gotten the Alcove city, make it 5 versus 3. And then you would have gotten the city further back that is completely safe for yours. 6 versus 3. So yeah, that would have been your game. I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have gone archery and tried to fight back with that. That would have been my main way, and try to get better trades with that. That's what I would have done, but it would have been very expensive to pivot into archery. I don't know. I think I still would have lost that game if you took that city with the swordsman. Thank you all so much for tuning on in. It's time for me to eat. I'm probably going to go take a nap. Have a good one. Oh, wait. No, it's relax and have a good one. Yeah, there we go. I got it right.